Okay, let's see if we can try this again. I want to see if I have anybody on. We had it earlier. I'm going to type in real quick. I'm going to see if anybody can actually see us right now because I do apologize. It looks like the audio was not exactly where it was. I'm going to have somebody join on now to see if he can see me. What is that? That's I see it on my shirt. What is that? Oh, okay. I can't change it. All right. So let's see. I think Lo is going to join and let me know if he can. Ok. Bupayan. Es posible. Me escucha mis palabras ahora. Te escucho. Me escucha. Porque la otra vez mi voz es mismo de mosca. Yo escucho. Ok. Ok. Sí, en este momento está. Pero pregunta. Bupayano, ¿tú estás en Puerto Plata o Santo Domingo? Porque yo tengo tu tarjeta. Okay. All right. So I'm getting ready to re-talk about what I talked about before. I got my guy Los on. Ay, Dios. Los, you're right. She's in Santo Domingo. Mira, entonces es posible, yo tengo tu tarjeta en mi mano ahora. Es posible es en tu mano hoy or mañana. So I do have my guy Los on, and we're going to bring Los in. So what I was talking about was este año, 24 es muy difícil para todo. 2024 has been very difficult. Because it was a lot of things, a lot of growth. And so what I want to talk about is like what it took for this year to be successful, what we've had to do. And then also I want to talk about a lot of the things that we had to overcome. So in January the 24th, January 2024, enero 24, it started off very, very exciting. We had our largest month of transfers, and I'll do this in English and a little Spanish. Pero en enero 24 es más grande mes para nosotros. Nosotros tenemos más transferencias en todo tiempo de mi procesor. So we had the most transfers that we've done in 2024. In January of 2024, we did a lot of transfers that month. And so, we started to really feel that 2024 was going to be the month that we were able to get past a lot of the things that we wanted to do. A lot of the thoughts of Nick Hertz recent video calling you out. Nick Hertz. I don't thoughts on Nick Hertz recent video calling me out. Nick Hertz. I don't have I don't know a Nick. I don't know a Nick Hertz. Pepperoni Pog. But that's interesting. If somebody Nick Hertz. Well, let me say this. I don't know who Nick Hertz is. That's the first thing. But if somebody actually is calling me out, that's interesting because I've been doing this since 2017, and I've been doing this on my own. But if somebody has a video calling me out about what? I don't know. Pepperoni Pog, can you let me know what video or what recent video of somebody calling me out? I don't know. Okay, somebody's playing. Remember, I'm new to this YouTube thing. Okay, I was gonna say, no. Listen, thank you, Nikki, because I'll say it and and it won't you know, I don't use that language, but that's interesting. Pepperoni Pog. Well, right now, you know, I hope I don't need to get moderators in the group chat. My guy, Los is in the group, and Los is a moderator. So guys, listen. Okay, I'm learning about that though. I'm learning about what they call internet trolls. So what I'm learning is that um, I'm learning that we did a video, and I'll get back to what I wanted to talk about, but we did a video, and this video was 1 minute of a winner that won Jubiecash. They won Jubiecash, and they went to the ATM machine. They went to the ATM machine and got the money out, just like we said. We posted the video and showed them getting the money out as a winner. And we had people click, they didn't like the video. What didn't you like? You didn't like her winning? But what I found out, I spoke to my guy, KLOK TV, and what he said was that a lot of people and even other businesses, if you do a video, they'll click that they don't like the video, so that the algorithm or whatever it works with YouTube, it will not it won't show it to other people. We did a video yesterday, and it was just a matter of fact, I'll play the video, and it's un video. I'll play the video, and overnight the video had almost 600 people watch it. And so, and then around 4 o'clock this morning when I was working, I saw that it was like, don't like, don't like, don't like, don't like, don't like, don't like no one was liking it. And then the video stopped showing more and more. So let me show you that video real quick, and I'll bring Los up, and then we'll get back into the show. But Pepperoni Pog, thanks for that. If you got a couple of more jokes and things like that, I'll be glad to play along with you for a little bit, as long as you sign up and you're a user of the app. Hold on, here we go. Los, you have control of the room. You're the monitor, right? Los. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this video to show you guys something, and where we got like people just saying, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I'm like, okay, well, here we go. All right, let me go to these videos. So here we go right here. Let's see, where are we? Okay, here we go.
Welcome, watch waves to the world of animation, where imagination comes to life in every creation. With drag and drop features and endless innovation, there's no limit to crafting your own animation sensation. So let me introduce you to the star of the show.
Hey, Los. Okay, so I'm adding my man Los to the stage. Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing, everybody?
Hey, so Los, I'm learning a little bit more about this, about how the internet works, in terms of just people and why they do certain things. I'm just always like, a straightforward guy. Like, hey, if you like something, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Sometimes you say what you say, sometimes you don't. But I'm learning this internet troll thing.
Oh, man, trolls.
I'm learning, that people are going to say things. But let me say this, Los. I talked about initially when we started in January. This is January of 2024. Not when we started, but the new year, January 2024. We had a huge month. I mean, we had more transfers. And I can say we transferred into the 6 digits. And it was a great month for us. And so I was like, if we do this, then we keep this up, we're going to hit all these marks that we wanted to make. So that was the first part of January. Now, moving towards the end part of January, that's when we started to get our first major case of what they call chargebacks. And so, man, that really put a damper on what we did, because like I had built up all this momentum and built up everything thinking that, oh man, this is great. And then, man, we get these chargebacks and I'm like, dang, this ain't right. And so I was asking the same question, like, why would people, do chargebacks? We provided the service. And so while I'm out trying to explain to these card companies that we did the transfers, we did it quick, we did it fast, everything was fine, they are on the side of their clients, if you will. And so it just wasn't good for us, man. So that was, it was a high in January, and then it was like a lower when we started to see that that we had all these, chargebacks. So we had about 20,000 in chargebacks, man.
I remember. Explain to the users in Spanish what a chargeback is.
Okay, chargeback. Entonces, a chargeback is cuando la persona dice o usa su tarjeta. Por ejemplo, tu tarjeta, tú usas eso para comprar cosas y no importa dinero, enviar dinero, o compro gasolina o compro comida. Y cuando es completa, en 3 días, tú hablas con tu banco, tú dices, momento, yo no uso mi tarjeta, es su persona robar. No, no es mí. Entonces, en este momento, el banco saca este dinero de mí. The bank takes the money back from me. So if for instance, if somebody said, hey, I need to send my wife $100, necesito enviar $100 para mi esposa. Ellos enviaron. I process the payment. Yo proceso de este pago. En este momento, nosotros transferimos este dinero para tu esposa. We transfer the money to your wife. And 3 days later, if you say it's fraud, en este momento tú dices es fraude, nosotros necesitamos hablar con el banco, con papel y otras cosas, we need to prove that the charge was correct. Entonces, chargebacks no es bueno para el negocio mismo de mí. Porque when a person does the chargeback, we have to kind of take them off of the platform, because our platform is built on you trusting us. Jubielee is construcción, es que tú tienes confianza en nosotros and nosotros tienes confianza en ti. So we've got to have trust in you, and people have to have trust in us. So what happens, Los, is when somebody needs to send money to a loved one or pay a bill, we have to make sure that money gets there. So we have people trusting us daily with thousands of dollars daily to send to their loved ones and to make sure that things happen. So there has to be a level of trust. Trust is necesito. Trust is necessary. Now I'm getting mixed up in Spanish and English. Trust is necessary. So if we lose that trust in our client, that they would use our service and then lie to their bank, and if they tell mentiras de su banco that tú no es culpable, no, they're not responsible, then the bank looks at us like we've done something wrong. So the bank takes the money from us. So I lose. Okay, so that's what we talked about chargebacks. I lose. So that happened in January, and so something that I also want to talk about is in late 2023 or mid 2023, I was approached by a group that was supposedly headed by a billionaire, and they wanted to invest into my business into Jubielee and to make Jubielee big in all of Latin America. And so what they wanted to invest, Los, it's a number that I think, looking back on it, Los, looking back on what they wanted to invest, you know, it had to have red flags. It should have had red flags, Los. Should I say the number, Los? What they were investing?
No, it's not necessary. It's not necessary.
The number, okay. Because it was, let me say this, they were investing a lot of millions of dollars, Los. And I think we discussed this. And so in 2024, I found out that it was not real, or not that it wasn't real, that it was some other things going on. And that's when I realized that I wasn't going to get the money. But in the meantime, because of the paperwork that I had, because of what I had done and the things that were moving along in terms of this loan or investment, I had put myself in position where, I had other people that were ready to work with me to do things like, to help me build this plaza, equipment, space. Other people were ready to work. And when I found this out in like March that it wasn't going to happen, that was really, that was definitely something that hit hard. And one of the things that I should have done was to go with my instincts and my due diligence. I was asking questions and I wasn't getting the answers that I wanted in a time that normal business happens. Los, if you ask me right now, hey man, how fast can you transfer $5,000 for me? And I say, okay, I'll get back to you on that. If I hadn't gotten back to you in a week, then you're like, okay, can you really transfer money? What's happening?
Right.
And then if you have to call me back after 2 weeks and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get back to you, something, so it was a lot of things that was happening where business happens in a certain time frame. So things tend to happen not when you want it to, but in normal business timing. So I didn't get that. And then also my instincts just said, like, this is just too much money. This is too much money I believe, and let me be clear, I am in a $1 billion industry. Well, multi-trillion-dollar industry, but a business like mine, look at Stripe, look at PayPal, look at Venmo, who the others, Western Union, all these are $1 billion companies. So I understand the potential. So when the amount that they wanted to invest, I said, this makes sense. If you want a $1 billion company, I get it. But it was just like, I was like, oh man. But anyway, that happened in March, man. So that kind of had me feeling a certain kind of way. But remember, we had just had that great January. We dealt with the issues of the chargebacks where, yes, lost money or whatever, but we were still gaining traction. So I was like, no problem. And then, man, in April, that's when my original processor, they told me this was April the 3rd or April, right in April, that they would not be processing for my type of business anymore. And this really hit me hard because I had been programming or building my app on their structure for 3 years. Oh no, 2 years at the time, 2001, 2022. Okay, yeah, going into the third year, I had been, building on that platform since 2021. So 2021, 2022, 2023. So yeah, 3 years I had been building. And so this really hit me because I was like, damn, if I can't process. So I started thinking of some alternatives, Los. And you went through it with me as you were supporting the platform. I went to like Stripe, I went to some other people, but it wasn't, none of them could support what I was doing because what I was doing was what they do. So they couldn't really support me because I was future competition. So we did end up finding a new home with the new processor, actually the number one processor in the world right now. So we didn't take a step back. We actually took a step forward, but it was still scary, and it was great. But I tell you, Los, right around that time, April and May, we hit our I was going to say our lowest point, and that was we wanted to help some people out, and we do a lot of talking about working with each other in the community and our community working together, and understand that there are not a lot of processors that look like me. There are even fewer. When I say not a lot, it might be one or two, like in the States. But when you talk about international payment processors utilizing their own app, their own platform, their own everything, man, it might be one of one that's doing what I'm doing. So when I talk about my community helping me, I'm talking of, my community supporting what I'm doing. And what I wanted to do, Los, is a lot of people who are having issues with processing, I wanted to be that processor for them, Los. But what ended up happening, man, was I literally trusted some people, and they put me in a very bad situation by
committing fraud.
Yeah. They put me in a bad situation by having me process payments and that weren't correct. And but I can tell you, Los, that this was a lot of cash, So this was a lot of cash. This was almost $500,000. So that was a big lesson. But I'll show you. I'll come around to show you how things happen for a reason. Now, also, Los, in April and May, we have been working on a contract, with the Dominican part of the Dominican government for darn near 2 years. And we had built the app around it. We had done a lot of things, Los, to make this contract work. And so what happened, man, was May, I was under the impression after we had just had our meeting with all of the group that we were ready to sign this contract, Los. And they just didn't do it. We met, we thought it was going to happen. We presented, everybody said yes. They were supposed to have a final meeting to discuss contract signing and the amounts. And I never heard back from them, Los.
Oh man,
I went to a meeting, and in that meeting, everything seemed right. They were supposed to meet again to talk about, the dynamics and the timeline, and I didn't hear anything else.
mm. Can I say something? I
Yeah.
want to say two things. First, with all your struggles that you've been going through, you kept a you kept the face of Jubielee straight, as if you was dealing with no issues at all. No one could tell what was going on behind scene. I was fortunate to know, and I was hurting for you. I'm like, how can this man do this? How can he continue pushing forward when all of these, dark clouds is happening, And I'm like, wow, he's amazing. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna push forward. I gotta keep Jubielee alive. I'm going to keep Jubielee alive.
It's
And
interesting that you say that, Los. I mean, because honestly, let me say this. And if you're watching this video, you'll probably be able to feel me on this. So I've had a lot of losses in my life. So the first loss that I had was when I lost my mother back in 1996. I was about 24 years old, something like that, right? When I lost my mother, and I lost her, she was 49, which is why a lot of people know I use 49 as a lot of things, but I lost her at 49. And so when I lost my mother at 40, and she was 49, 6 years later, the government sent me a letter that they were, trying to find my mother because they said that she owed them money. So the government was still looking for my mother to pay them money after she was passed for 6 years. So I knew at that point, oh, even after I'm gone, people are going to be trying to snatch money from me. So I had that. Secondly, I was married and I had this wonderful plan of what I was going to do. And I spoke about it on another show. And, it didn't work out. My ex wanted, to do some other things. And so that didn't work. So I said, okay, I've lost mother, I've lost family. So whenever anything else happens to me now, and this is how it goes to how you keep a straight face, I realize that tomorrow will come. So today could be crazy. And I have another story to tell you guys about that. Today can be crazy, but tomorrow can be 100% better. Today can be crazy, but tomorrow can be 100% better. So that's kind of how I just feel that if I just stay cool, I don't get too high or too low, man, I can keep it going. Now, your friend Andre will tell you that I did lose it one time. I did lose it when I was talking to him one time. Like, didn't I tell you? But I am human. I'm not a robot. But yeah, man. So we were going through some things, especially in May. We were definitely going through some things. So all of June, all of July, and August, September was just grinding, just getting this new processor together, showing the new things that we're trying to do. Because again, people were still wanting to send money. So we needed to make sure that we still had everything available for them to be able to send money, man. So it's like all the technical things we had to fix, all of the new technology that we needed to do, going from a processor where we had no limits to a processor where we had now a gateway and we were limited by their limits. So we we took a step back in that respect to where we no longer have the ability to do however we want to do whatever we want to do. Now we're limited by, you know, the new processor. So, but you know, you do what you have to do to keep living. So then, man, I tell you, something happened in October. That I definitely want to talk about that. So this is right here. So in October, I get a call, and another, you know, say a billionaire, supposed, you know, someone coming from money. And Los, they call me and they say, we want to fly you to New York because we want to talk to you about, you know, partnering with you. So I said, bet. I'm thinking that they want me to process for their platform. So if they're talking about, you know, you come from billions of dollars or even $1 billion. If you're investing and want to partner with me, then I'm looking like, okay, what are you guys going to offer me so that it makes sense for Jubielee? So Los, I get up there, and you know, we first time meeting the guy, and he hands me this. He's like, bam, bam, and I'm like, oh, okay. I like this. It's nice feel. I'm thinking, let's see what it is. This getting ready to be good. So we meet downtown New York, right across the street from Stock Exchange. You know, it's like, okay, I get it. You know, the feel, the look, all of that. And Los, as they're explaining what they want from me, so what they wanted, Los, is they wanted to basically sort of buy the company, but not give me money for it. They wanted to give me stock in their company. So they wanted me to give up what I've been working on for, you know, the last 3.5 years at that point, and then develop this for them on their platform. So I would technically become an employee of theirs, but I would own stock in their company. But here's the thing. They said that they were going to be going public in November of 2025. So November of 2025 is when I could have possibly cashed out. So all in all, they were looking at about 1 million shares of their stock. And they said the stock's going to be at least $10. It could go to 20, 30. So you're looking at 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million right off the bat. And I said, okay, all right. But what do you have like today? Like, how much am I going to get today? Like, how much am I going to get so that I can take care of the people who've been working with me to build it to this point? So they didn't have any money up front, just stock. So think about it like this. If they didn't go public, then I would just have stock in a company that's not public, that ain't worth nothing. So I gave them a proposal. I said, okay, let's do this. I will maintain 51% of my company. And when you go public in November of 2025, I will sell you the remaining percent of my company one day before you go public. If you don't go public, then I get all of my company back, and I keep the money that you put in it, or I keep 10% of what you've invested so that I can continue the company. And they didn't want to do that. They said, no, we'll stick by our original offer. And so I had to turn it down. Now they told me, you know, hey, you're making the biggest mistake of your, you know, of your life. And if I was looking to, you know, cash out with maybe 10 million, then I may have made the biggest mistake of my life. But Los,
And this
I
is like,
wasn't that desperate to become an employee and to hope that somebody else could do what it is that I am in a position to do for myself. Man, I hope y'all go public so that, you know, I can really, well, why don't I just keep betting on myself? The importance of protecting my legacy and staying true to my vision was more important than focusing on the possible vision of somebody else. You a visionary, I'm a visionary. What makes your vision more relevant than mine? It's something that he said, the guy, he said his business right now is worth 300 million. He said your business is only worth about 150, 200,000. Your business is only worth 250,000. My business is worth 300 million. But your app, with all the money that you have, your app was slated to come out 2022, pushed to 2023, pushed to 2024, and still not out in 2025. I decided I was going to do it January the 13th, 2021. My app was out January the 21st, 2021. So with all the money that these big companies have, or this company has, you're still developing, trying to fix it and get it right, which is fine. You have money to burn and to play with. But I made up my mind on the 13th of January, and my app was out in a couple of weeks. Now, we've been improving it, and it's a lot better now than it was. And you know, we had to make a lot of changes, but I have generated X amount of dollars where they have generated $0. They knew what my business was worth because they saw the receipts. They saw how much we've been processing, which is why they saw it as, we need to grab this. But yeah, man, that happened in October. And I went from thinking that they wanted to invest to going dealing with a stock swap. Are you familiar with stock swap?
No, but I was paying attention when you was telling me what happened.
Yeah, and if anybody Googles stock swap, they'll tell you normally the person that's doing the swapping of the stocking, they don't end up happy because you swap your stock into, you give them your company for stock in their company, and then you got to hope that they do better than you could do, even when they haven't proven that they could do what you've done.
No.
Let me say that again. I needed to, in this instance, hope that the company who I was giving my company to for stock could do better than me, even though I had done it and they haven't. So I respectfully declined, and listen, I wish those guys the best, but I did hear, you know, that they were talking about, instead of, you know, doing what they were going to do in the world, they were going to kind of come and focus on the Dominican Republic and start doing processing here. But again, one other thing that was said, and then I'll move on because again, we're going to close out soon, but we're going to talk about a lot of the new things. But I don't want to go, too long for the show. He said, I could build what you've built in 3 months.
Never.
I said, oh, okay. But let me say this, not directly to this gentleman, but to anybody. And this is not for just me. This is for anybody that's out there that has taken the time, that has built something, blood, sweat, and tears, as the old saying goes. You could build what I've built in 3 months, but you could never build what I have built in 3 months.
Wow.
The relationships that I've built over the years, the people that have trusted me at their most vulnerable moments, the people who have needed, to have something done with an emergency, and we've come through for them. The people who have reached out to me and said, oh my gosh, my card is messed up. Is it possible that you can, do this for me and I'll take care of you next? What I have built, you can't build that in 3 months. Anybody can build an app in 3 months, but you can't build Jubielee in the culture that we've built. You can't build that in 3 months, Los.
Never.
You can't do it. And so when he said that, that really let me know that you didn't have a clue to what we've done here. You're just looking at the numbers, you're looking at technology. You're not looking at the fact of me being able to call out certain names, or people being able to reach out to me and talk to me about certain situations that they've helped me through, or that I've helped them through. That was me really knowing, like, I can build what you've done in 3 months. And I said, oh, okay. All right. So let's take a quick break. Los, 30 seconds. Check this out from Jubielee.
Gracias.
And Los, we are back. So what I was going to say also is, we've had some people that has, and you can show us yours in just a second, Los, but who do we have? We had someone use their Jubie card. Let's see. Let's show some people using their Jubie card in action. Here we go. This Jubie card thing is real.
Voy a pagar con mi Jubielee card. Sí.
Dale.
Ya.
Sobre la pantalla también.
¿Cómo es? ¿En dólares? ¿En qué?
En peso.
All righty. Yeah. So those people are out there using it, man.
That's what it's for.
They're out there using it. And let's see, what do we have here? Dallas Payano. So we're live on the air, man, and we've got people, sending money and doing their things. So it's happening as we speak. People are sending, and let me say this. We spoke on earlier. We talked about January of 2024 was a huge month. I also spoke about, people coming at me with huge ideas that turned out to be fraudulent and cost a lot of money. So we're just in the 4th day of 2025. And I can tell you that, Los, we have had to date our biggest 3 days, I think maybe ever. January the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, really January the 2nd and the 3rd, and even into today, it's been crazy.
Good.
It's been crazy. We've had a lot of people transferring money and trusting us, just like it was last time, just like January 2025.
Mhm.
And so this time I also had somebody that approached me about a huge deal, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I said, nah, that's too rich for my blood. I don't do those. Here's what I do. If you want to transfer money, you want to wire that money and let me let me put it on the platform, and then you do it that way, we can do that. Now we have Zelle, you can do that. You have bank transfer, we can do that. But we're not doing any type of credit cards or anything that's abnormal or super high, because it's like, oh man, I am not concerned about what I can make off of a deal. I'm concerned about what a deal can cost me. So, I was like, you know what? This was like last year. I made the wrong decision in 2024, but in 2025, we are not making those wrong decisions. And I had something like that I wanted to really to talk about, Los. And this is, I wanted to discuss, like, and I was talking with some people this morning, and Los, I was like, why is it that people like to talk so much about things that they want to do instead of actually doing the things that they talk about?
Mm.
People like to talk, no action. And so I just started to not like to hear people talk, because when people hear me talk about something, it happens. Okay, I'll give you a perfect example. I was talking with the guys, and we were talking about the loan company, and you saw this live. You saw this live. We were talking about, I said, listen, I need to start a loan company, because that way we can get into the banking system, and we can help people with loans. We can do this, that, the other, tied into the business. And so we were talking. And what was this? This was the 30th of December when we were together, Los, right? The 30th at
30.
the beach. I got the message. They said, oh, your paperwork is done. And the guys at the table were like, their eyes went like that. And I'm like, what? They were like, you did it? Yeah. We talked about it. I said, I'm going to do it. So if I'm going to do it, and then we got it done. But I think people get intoxicated with talking. I'm not a talker, Los. I'm a doer. Do you remember when we were at the table after I came back with the delivery?
Yes.
There was a gentleman that said, hey man, we were just talking about your app. We were talking about you. We got to do business.
Exactly.
I said, okay, yeah, what's happening? Hey, Jive Turkey, what's happening? He said, I'm going to get your number from D and then call you. Hold on, sir. Didn't you just say you guys were talking about my business? Didn't you just say you wanted to do business with me because you are having problems with all these other guys? And now you're telling me in my face that you're going to get my number from another guy to give me a call. Why wouldn't you just get my number right now?
I'm standing in front of you.
I'm standing in front of you. Why are you going to get my number from somebody else? It's because it sounded good to talk like you want to do business. Yeah, man, we need to do business. Well, I'm right here. I'm ready to talk business right now. What you got? It boggles my mind. But I guess I'll put it like this, man. We all have dreams. But I guess I am just more determined to turn my dreams into a reality so that I can enjoy those dreams as opposed to keep talking and keep dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, you got to wake up. At some point, Los, sit up when I say this. At some point, we've got to stop talking, stop dreaming, and we got to either be about it or just stop talking about it. We're definitely doing better this January. We're going to do amazing. We got those cards, man. I've got mine on me. Now, once we you got your Jubie card.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
you all want to get your Jubie card. You'll see that it has Jubielee on it somewhere along in there. Let me put this way because somebody will try to get the number, and but it has Jubielee. Your card, oh, there you go. Yep. So Los has his card. I have mine. If you want to get that Jubie card, and let me tell you how the Jubie card works.
And look at my name.
There it is. Yeah, they got I am Los. I am Los, the only one on there, I think. So I have the Jubielee. So it is a Jubielee card. Let's see. As you can see, it's nope.
Jubielee.
Well, Jubielee is on there somewhere. Anyway, the newer cards, of course, will have the have everything going. But listen, Los, that was 2024. And I am looking forward to 2025. Last thing, just remembered it. In 2021, late 2021, I had been working with a young lady, and she was a go-getter. I mean, she was a go-getter. I'm not gonna lie. She's the one that hooked me up with the government contract. The guy who, was working with the government contract. She was the one that met him and then introduced us. So she's a go-getter. But at the time, she had to make some decisions. So she said, listen, I think she was asking for X amount of dollars a month, and it was just outside of the budget of what I could do at that time. We didn't have any income coming in. We were just, we weren't functioning like that. So I'll tell it like this. This is just the truth. She had a computer, Los. I had got her a computer to, do the business. So long story short, she said, well, listen, I've been driving between this city and that city. And you didn't pay me for that. And so, if you're not going to pay me this salary, then I'm just going to keep this computer and we'll call it even. So I said, no, that won't be even. You're stealing my computer because you feel like you are owed something that you're not technically owed because you didn't say, hey, I'm driving here, I'm doing this, you're going to pay me. You said, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do that. And during the course of the time, she was getting paid, but she was ready to go on salary, which I understand. That ain't no problem. I get it. I just couldn't afford what she wanted at the time. So this was in 2021. So I said, okay. So fast forward, Los, 3 years. And believe it or not, on today, I got a text message from her. I didn't know it was her at first. It was somebody that said, hey, look, and you got to always be careful when somebody says, is this so-and-so? And I'm like, what, what's going on? What do you need? So to make a long story short, she is now working with hold on, I'll tell you. She is now working with and I did my research, with like a technology staffing platform for nurses. They have about 2,000 nurses on their platform. And they're looking for another way to pay these nurses. And because of her history with knowing what I was building, with her history of knowing what I was building, I reached out, right? So make a long story short, she wants to offer me the ability to process for them, Los.
Wow.
Yeah, and what they process a week, nurses get paid, I see. But what she processes a week, hold on, Los, let's go to a quick commercial break. I'm gonna take this quick call. Hopefully that's not an emergency. Hold on, we're gonna go to a quick break, everybody. Hang on because I want to finish this story. You're gonna love it. Let's go to what happened in Cartagena.
Nos vamos a la Colombia con Jubielee.
Audio Jungle.
Okay. Sorry about that, Los. I had to take that quick break. Just a new update, 2 new updates. All of the cards that we got in were finally shipped out today. So I'll have the FedEx information. I'll have that FedEx information for where they're going. We got cards going to Maryland. We have cards going to New York. And we have cards going to Maryland, New York, where else is going to Texas, Maryland, New York, and Texas. Oh, Virginia, Maryland, New York. The Texas is not going because that's a guy. He's actually in Thailand. So I'm going to wait till he comes to the DR. But let me finish that story, man, and then we'll be able to get on out of here. We want to thank everybody for watching us for this hour. So the thing is, man, is that, like, personally, I was like, oh, wow, that's not cool. But business-wise, you know, you just had a different idea, it was a dispute business-wise. So it wasn't like, from a business side, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm never dealing, you know, with this person again. If they can bring business to the table, then sometimes you've got to, you know, look past something that may have just been a disagreement and not be so stubborn that you don't allow yourself to handle some business. Because again, you know, she was hesitant, I think, a little bit, just to kind of test my water, my temperature. Was I going to be like, you know, this, that, the other? No, man. I'm way past that, because, you know, I get this contract, you know, that'll take care of 1,000 computers a day. That'll take care of 1,000 computers, you know, and you know, it was just a little laptop. So I say all that to say that I think 2025, man, is starting out for us just like 2024 did, but we're making some slight adjustments. And I think that this year, you know, this is going to be an even better year for us, because we've been having progressively better years, Los.
Wonderful.
Our target and our goal, and let me see if I can type this. Our goal this year, in the first couple of months, is we want to have at least 1,000 users. Now, that could be crazy, Los, if we do something with a group of nurses and they have, how many people did you say? They have like 2,000. They have like 2,000 users on the platform, and they said that they have about 30% that are active. So 30% of 2,000 is what, Los? 600?
600.
30% of 2,000 is 600. So that could have 600 people that's on the app that's getting, you know, working weekly. So that's weekly activity. And if they were to get the cards as well, that's 2,000 more Jubie cards that's out there that people are getting paid on, and that, you know, we're getting our name out there, man. So I don't know, Los, what you think, man? How was your 2024 with the app, and you know, what some of the changes? One of the things that the gentleman who was on here last time, Polo, Bobby, he was like, man, if you could just have the facial recognition, man, that would be good. I said, we already have that. He's like, no, you don't have, I mean, facial recognition to protect the app. I said, man, go into I said, enable your security. He said, oh man, I was like, yeah, man, we already got that. So here's what we're going to do. Today is Saturday. Lo, we need to do what you said and really do a show based on the features. So what I'm going to do is, between now and next week sometime, I want to do like a feature of everything, so people can see like how to use the app, because we want you to share. We want people to share the app, like the YouTube stuff, so that we can start getting it out there more. And we want you guys to tell us what we can do, so that we can go from this to making sure that it has our Jubielee side, same card. It's just, this is the production version. This is what we want. We've got to build up the clientele for that to happen. So Los, man, I do appreciate you for coming on, man. And you just need to go ahead and be. Hey, did you pick the cars up, Los?
Not yet. Not as yet. Not as yet.
Okay.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I know. I already. Yeah. No, I know. But
It's
I'm just saying, yeah,
a
they are
little
there
rainy,
for you.
rainy today.
It's been raining.
A
Oh
little,
man, yeah.
a little in the
All
morning.
right. So listen, I'm gonna see if we have. I don't think we have any comments, but let me say this. I appreciate Nikki Avila. I appreciate Nikki Avila. She hooked me and let me know. Don't say, don't say the other thing. Yeah, don't say that. What she say? She said, when people try to get you to say names, yeah. But I appreciate that. And then, oh, Los, you see who's there?
Huh? Yes. Payano. Hola. Hola, Sully.
Yeah, so she has hearts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What did she say? Yes. So yes, you'll be able to use it in any location, So yeah, hey, listen, reach out to. I have an idea, man. Reach out to you say Soleil,
Yes.
and if she's available, I will get her that card today so she can use it today or tomorrow for the Three Kings thing, Majiggy. So let's see if she's online. We're gonna do something live. Hold on.
I think she is online. She's online.
Is she on? Okay,
Yeah.
so let me speak in my Spanish. Okay. It's gonna be horrible. Okay, Sule, si tú estás cerca o disponible, yo tengo tu tarjeta. Yo tengo tu tarjeta. Y si tú quieres, yo tengo para ti, porque es posible tú quieres usar eso por 3 meses. Los tienes mucho dinero en esta tarjeta para ti. Los, did you understand that?
I understand. I understood a little bit. I'm just waiting for her to respond to it.
Losa, tienes mucho dinero en esta tarjeta para ti. Tú solo necesitas, dice Losa. No, no es verdad. Ok. Entonces, y en este momento, yo es cerca de Plaza Central, Blue Mall. Si tú dices donde tú estás cerca, yo tengo esta para ti. Oh, Losa, she said, Losa. Entonces, tú necesito recordado eso. You need to put some money on it, Losa. She just said it.
We got you.
Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to, este momento, yo quiero que tú tienes esta tarjeta en tu mano. Los, let me turn the camera over to you, Los. I'm gonna try to find the card. It's over here somewhere. Give me 2 seconds, and you can just kind of give the folks your take, and then we'll come back and close the show.
All right. Hello, everybody. This is Losa. I would like to tell everyone you are experiencing a moment, a real live moment in the back scene of Jubielee, how this man created a company that is better than Western Union, MoneyGram, Carib Express. To receive money as fast, as reliable, and as secure. You don't understand what this man have done. And on top of all of this, he's sharing his experiences, his good and his bad. No other company will do that. Please join, invite your friends, invite your family to become members of Jubielee. I wish some of y'all would answer some questions. I wish I could speak Spanish, actually. Hold on, I'm just reading some comments.
Alrighty, so what do we have? Okay, estoy en Santo Domingo Este. Ok, sí, sí, sí. Ella es en Santo Domingo Este, entonces si tú quieres, en este momento yo tengo su tarjeta es aquí, en tu nombre. And so, si tú quieres, yo tengo para ti hoy, es activado. Solo necesito, tú solo necesito la cita. Yo no sé cómo es posible, pero si tú quieres hoy, yo tengo para ti, ¿verdad?
Alex, one thing.
Yes.
Let the users know in Spanish. Currently, at the moment, we're only able to use the credit card, as a charge card. We're not able to
Okay.
use it to remove
En
money.
este momento es muy importante, los es correcto, es muy importante. En este momento, en español, es posible, yo no hablo mis palabras todo correcto, pero yo aprender más. Pero mira, esta tarjeta, en este momento es posible que tú usas esta tarjeta por comida en supermercado, la cinema, no importa, tú simplemente, la persona tienes eso, tú, ¡pum! ¡Pum! Funciona. Porque es una tarjeta de crédito. Si tú quieres, vamos de, sí, gasolina, claro, sí, gasolina, todo. Pero si tú quieres, vamos de cajero, y tú dices, yo quiero dinero, no retiro dinero en este momento, porque porque la solo por cosas de crédito ahora, porque y esta tarjeta es mismo de tarjeta de crédito de Estados Unidos. Por ejemplo, yo tengo esta crédito, yo tengo mi American Express, yo tengo mi otra American Express. Esta tarjeta es tarjeta de crédito. Yo no usar eso en ATM por dinero. Yo solo pago para cosas con mi tarjeta de crédito. Pero si yo tengo la tarjeta de débito mismo de eso, yo entra, retiro dinero. Entonces de Jubie Card es, muy bien entiendo. Jubie Card es tarjeta de crédito prepago, simplemente. Pero si tú dices, pero yo no. Another time I'll mention that. So, si tú necesitas dinero, es posible que tú usar esta tarjeta en tu Jubielee para JubieCash. Es posible. Por ejemplo, cuando tú necesitas más dinero para tu cartera, tú solo usar esta tarjeta, este número para eso. So you can add money to your wallet for JubieCash. And tú entra cajero, entra tu cédula, entra el código para dinero si tú necesitas dinero. Entonces, es posible, pero no es posible para entrar la tarjeta directa en cajero. Pero mismo de Payano dice, puede pagarla vía que banco.
Can you pay via the bank?
Can you pay via the bank? I don't understand those words. Now, is she saying, can you add money via the bank? No. Can you? Yo no sé si tú entras en el banco con esa tarjeta y dices, dame dinero de eso. Es posible porque yo no sé, es posible, pero si tú quieres dinero, usa JubieCash. Usar tu número de tu tarjeta para más dinero para su cuenta y después usar Jubie Cash para ahora. Posible más tiempo es diferente. ¿Qué tú, I'm saying, ¿qué tú dices? What you say?
She wrote another comment.
Oh, scroll the comment. Okay, where you at? Okay, I'm sorry. Can you pay the debit card with that? You should be able to. If you can use it, if you can use a regular credit card to pay, then you should be able to use it as well. But guess what? Por favor, bu payano, yo quiero que tú pruebo eso para nosotros. I'm saying, why don't she try it for us? So we'll give her. Nosotros tenemos un crédito para ti en tu tarjeta, y tú vamos para el banco y si es posible. Es posible, ellos dicen no funciona, tú dices no funciona. Es posible, funciona, tú dices funciona, y nosotros hablo con todo el mundo. Es posible. Ok, mismo de aplicación. Gracias. Gracias por eso. Okay, so for now, entonces es posible de nosotros salir, pero tengo más información y I'm going to do like that other person said. So Bupayano, get my number from Losa, pero Losa, mira, si ella es posible para ella, yo voy para delivery, and es posible ella vamos de cosas para, como tú dices, 3 Reyes, yo no sé. But we are getting ready to get out of here. Thank you all for watching. We normally would do an hour. We're an hour, 15 minutes. We'll work our way up a little bit when we get, when we have some backgrounds and all those things that the regular YouTubers use and things like that. But right now we're just excited, and we're definitely excited. And for those that are transferring money, that should be transferred in just a moment. We were kind of taken away a little bit. So thank you so much. Thank you, Los, for joining the show again, man. I want to make sure that you come on every week, because what people don't know is Los is down with the team. I mean, he has been working with us. We just got to make it official. And I'll tell you how we can make it official. We can make it official when we get a few more people on the platform so that we can open up this office, and then you guys and gals can always go into Puerto Plata, la oficina en Puerto Plata, and visitante él. So no, Los is down with the team. It's just we've just got to grow a little bit so that we can expand and include people. And that's literally what we're working to do. So that's what I've been working to do. So thank you all so much. Bu Payano, mi pondré en comunicación. Okay, see. Okay, so Lo, she's going to communicate with you, find out what's up. We'll make that happen. That's how we do here, guys. That's how we do. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you, and we appreciate you for watching this show whenever you get a chance to watch it. But again, from January 2024 to December 2024, it was a shaky year, but we kept things strong. We kept things solid so that we can move into 2025 stronger and growing as a unit. So thank you so very much. And as we always say, gracias and Jubielee. And bye. Quick video. I think here's a video, Los, that I still don't know how people didn't like it or that it bothered them. But let me see. What was it? It was 500. Where's 500? 500. Nope. I thought it was here. Hold on. Let me see if I can see it here. It'll probably blow your mind, Los. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. It's uploading. I just want you to see this really quick to show you what bothered people. And this is going to show you that es posible que tú tienes dinero en tu mano en menos 30 segundos. Menos 30 segundos. Este dinero es en tu mano. Es posible. Tú dices, no es posible. So Los, they're probably saying, that's not possible. They're not going to have the money in under 30 seconds. And I'm saying, yes, menos de 30 segundos de dinero es en tu mano sin tarjeta. They say, well, I want to see it. So right now, Los, I actually got the seconds. So in about 15 segundos, yo quiero que tú mires este video. And cuando tú, es aquí. Cuando tú retiro este dinero sin tarjeta, menos 30 segundos. Menos 30 segundos. Es verdad. Dame un segundo. Ok, es casi listo. Pero I've had food poisoning, como tú dices en español, intoxicación de mi estómago por 3 días. Entonces hoy yo no siento muy bien, pero es importante que yo tengo esta show. Entonces, here's the video. Esta video, menos de 30 segundos, dinero es en tu mano con Jubie Cash.
Aquí vemos paso por paso cómo podemos obtener nuestro dinero de Jubielee sin utilizar tarjeta. Lo primero que hacemos es introducir nuestra cédula, luego introducimos el código, luego de esto esperamos un momento hasta que cargue. Gracias a Jubielee pudimos obtener nuestro 500 pesos.
Gracias.
Menos de 22 segundos, actualmente 22 segundos de dinero en tu mano. 22 segundos sin tarjeta. Mismo de esta, es posible 10 minutos para eso. It takes about 10 minutes for it to come on your wallet. I mean, on your card, los 10 minutos para eso. Cuando tú preparando el todo sistema, porque this is good for the entire world. So no matter where you use it in the world, so about 10 to 15 minutes for it to populate is a great thing. Entonces, 22 segundos por Jubie Cash sin tarjeta. And si tú tienes dinero para esta tarjeta, solo 15 minutos más o menos, and it's listo. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Listen, do we have any more questions? Más preguntas, comentarios? Si no, nosotros salir y Bu Payano pondré en comunicación con los así. Entiendo eso. Okay, we are out of here. We will come back with the show soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Los, I am Los. No, I'm Alex. That's Los. We've got to come up with a sign off, Los. Like, we got to come up with a sign that's really cool.
We'll figure something out real quick.
We'll figure something out. Do I have yeah, we'll figure something out. I think I may have a quick, let's see if I can do this. Hold on, let's see. No, it's only a video clip. I'll figure it out, Los, but we've got to come up with a nice way to end every show.
Okay.
And where it's like, oh, okay, they're going off. All right, guys. Thank you, Los, man. Listen, enjoy your day. Everyone enjoy your day. If you have questions or comments for us, you can always write us, leave a comment on the show, and we'll definitely get back to you. Okay, thank you so much. We are out of here.
Adios.
Adios. Jubielee. All righty. Thank you for everyone. Looks like we have some people standing overtime. Who do we have? Who do we have in the chat right now? Looks like we got 2 people still watching and we still live. Let me end this stream. Here we go.